Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Saturday to September the 28th, 2019. I'm going to look at all the stakes races on the program from Belmont, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and remember to go check out my new market preview for today. Excellent British Cup prep races there for the 2-year-old, so go check that out. But today we have prep races for the British Cup here at Belmont also. So we'll look at all the stakes races, races 4, 8, 9, and 10. So races 4, 8, 9, 10. Let's get on to it. The fourth race from Belmont, the first of the Grade 1s. It is the Vosburgh Stakes. Grade 1 going for a purse of $300,000. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. 6 are entered, but we're going to have 2 withdrawals. The 5-horse Promises Fulfilled will be withdrawn, and also the 1-horse Call Paul will be withdrawn. So right now we have a field of 4 horses going to the main track. The distance of ground of 1,200 meters, or the distance of ground of 6 furlongs on the Belmont main track. 6 furlongs here, main track. And the Vosburgh, I always remember it being run at 6.5 furlongs, excuse me, 7 furlongs until about 2004 or 5, and then they switched it to 6 furlongs, which I think is a better distance as a Breeders' Cup prep race. With that being said, there are 2 horses here that I think, are the horses to, one of them is going to win. Probably most likely is going to be the 4-horse Imperial Hint. I'll take him as a top selection. I'm going to go 4-6 in the exacta. It's going to be a very chalky exacta. So to tell you the truth, this is the race I'm going to watch as a fan, but as a gambler, I'm not very excited about it. But 4-6, use both of them on the multi-race, pick 5, pick 4. But the top selection, 4-horse Imperial Hint, 6-year-old horse by Imperialism. Javier Castellano picks the mount up. Most recently, the horses first start off the break 27th of July at Saratoga, 6 furlongs at the Grade 1 Alfred Vanderbilt handicap, and that day the Dubai bounce didn't happen because this horse won by 4 lengths in track record time, first sub 108, 6 furlongs at the Spa, horse won by 4, and he just kept going. It was a very good run, and being wide also that day, which was okay that afternoon at Belmont at Saratoga, but that was an impressive run. Before then, the Golden Shaheen at Maidan, 6 furlongs, March the 30th. He finished third by 2 lengths there. XY Jet loves Maidan and ran a major race there, but this horse, he just didn't have a lot there. And then the Pelican, 20 cents a dollar, Tampa going 6 furlongs. He finished third by 5 lengths, and he was supposed to win that day, but he ran crap. Third in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and then he won this race quite nicely last year against not so tough competition. He likes Belmont. He's 3-2 here locally. His only loss came quite a while ago here. So he likes to surface. He's the horse to beat at 3-5. Let's take him. The 6-horse Friends Fire is also a horse you're gonna use on the multi race. He's always runs these good races. He's only lost once here at Belmont. That came in the Met Mile, but he likes a sprinting trip. If there's gonna be a horse that closes up from a little bit behind, it's gonna be him. But it's not gonna be so far behind because it's a small group of horses. But to recap my selections for the 4th from Belmont, it's the Grade 1 Vosburgh. Let's take the 4-horse Imperial Hint. We'll go 4-6 in the exacta. So now we're going to head over to race number 8 now from Belmont. Grade 2 now, the 8th race from Belmont. It is the Beldame Invitational. Grade 2 going for a purse $300,000 race for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds, and upwards. We have a field of 6 horses going to the main track, the distance of ground of 1,800 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/8 on that main track. Mile and 1/8 here in the Beldame, and I believe it was last year or the year before they downgraded this race to a Grade 2. With that being said, I think you have some good Grade 1 quality horses in this race, and the horse to beat is the 1-horse Midnight Bisou, and I just don't see anybody beating her. I'm going to go 1-6-4-2 in the superfecta, 1-6-4-2 super. A single in the late pick 4 that begins with this race will be my top selection, 1-horse Midnight Bisou, fully reflated by Midnight Lude. Steve Asmussen trains. John Velasquez gets on this horse for the 2nd time. Most recently, this horse ran the personal ensign at Saratoga, August 24th, and the horse went by nose, sat back early, had to be used a lot in the stretch, but she got the job done late. It was a very good run for her, earning a career best 104 buyer. Before that, in the Holly Pitcher at Monmouth, the mile 16, July the 20th, sending her to Monmouth was very unusual that day, but she still won at 5 cents a dollar, winning by lane. She went away with it. A very good run against quite lesser quality horses. And then the Yadigan Phipps at Belmont, mile 16, June the 8th. The horse won that day by 3.5 lengths, and she did, again, everything right. She's 6 for 6 this year. I think she's going to make it 7 for 7. Not the world's toughest, Beldame. It's still good horses, but it's not, it's not as tough as Personal Ensign last time out, or even the Yadigan Phipps back in June. She's 2 for 2 here at Belmont. She likes the course. Everything points to her here today. She was always the bridesmaid to Madame Girl last year. With Madame Girl out, this season. This horse has really taken up, gone to another level. 2 to 5. Let's take her. Crap price, I know. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Belmont, it's Grade 2 Beldame. Gonna go with the 1 horse Midnight Bisou. We'll go 1-6-4-2 in the superfecta. Race number 9 from Belmont's probably a little bit of the best, one of the best stakes races on the card for Belmont. The 9th race, it's the Pilgrim Stakes, Grade 3 purse, $200,000 race for 2-year-olds here. We have 9 horses going to the Widener Turf Course, a distance of ground of 1,700 meters, or the 1 mile and 1/16th trip on that Widener Turf Course. 1 mile 1/16th here. And I said this is one of the better betting races or stakes races, betting stakes races on the program today. I don't think you're going to see a very short price, but not 10 cents a dollar or 5 cents a dollar. My top selection, I'm going to take the 2-horse No Word. I'm going to go 2-7-3-8 in the superfecta. 2-7-3-8 super. Top selection, a 2-horse No Word, 2-year-old colt by Silent Name. Tom Pletcher trains. Jose Ortiz picks the mount up. Horses started only once. That came 31st of August at Saratoga. Mile 16th on a melon and main special weight for 90,000. And the horse won by 2 1/4 lengths. Didn't have the best beginnings that day. A little bit wide, but he got the job done late. It was a very good run in the debut. Since then, has been training up at Saratoga on the Oklahoma turf track. 4 furlongs and 15 3/5 of second. The 9th best workout of 18, and a 4-furlong workout 48 flat with the dogs up. 3rd best workout 23. He has a great pedigree here with the Sunday Silence and AP Indy there. He should get the trip. Good poster, could sit closer. I think everything points to him here, so I'll take him. You also have to use the favor, the 7-horse Structor for Trav Brown and Ira Ortiz. He broke the main at Saratoga the same day as my top selection, No Word, and he won by 1 1/4 lengths. Wasn't as impressive though as No Word, but he still closed up well. He had a great turn of foot. He won nicely. His workouts here locally have been very good, and he's another horse you want to use here. I also think the 3-horse and a sight for Brad Cox sending this one in. He's another horse. He started twice. His last one in the With Anticipation wasn't the best of trips that day, but I think he's another horse you want to use him here also because he's going to get probably a better trip with a better post draw, and he's been training incredibly well also. These workouts here at Belmont the last few weeks on the turf course have been lightning fast, so you want to use him, and also use at a price the 8-horse Famished. He's stepping on turf for the first time. Another horse been training well on turf. I think should definitely get the trip. 6-1. Use this horse as an insurance play on the pick 4. It's going to be one of the most wide open races of the sequence. But to recap my selections now for the 9th from Belmont's Grade 3 Pilgrim. As a top selection, we'll go the 2-horse No Word. We'll go 2-7-3-8 in the superfecta, and we'll use all 4 of those horses in my pick 4. Race number 10 now from Belmont. It's featured of the afternoon. It is the Jockey Club Gold Cup. Grade 1 event going for per $750,000 race for 3-year-olds and upwards. 5 horses are going to the track. The distance of ground of 2,000 meters with a distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/4 on the Belmont main track. 2,000 meters, 1 mile and 1/4 main track. And the field size today is not the best in the world, but it's the quality over the field size, because you have some very good horses here. My top selection, I'm going to take a shot with, to go with the favorite 2-horse Code of Honor, but I'm going to go 2-4-3-1 in the superfecta. 2-4-3-1 super. I'm going to go 2-4 in the multis, pick 4, but the top selection is 2-horse Code of Honor, 3-year-old colt by Noble Mission. Shug McGahee trains. John Velasquez gets the mount. The horse's most renowned came in the Grade 1 Travers at Saratoga, mile 1/4, August 24th, and the horse won by 3 lengths, earning a 105 buyer that afternoon. Sat back early, had a great turn of foot, and just went away with it. It doesn't get any better than that. Before then, the Dwyer at Belmont, 1 mile, July the 6th. The horse won by 3 1/4 lengths, a little bit wide that day, but he still got the job done, even with Johnny V dropping the whip that day. But it was an all-around great run. And then in the Kentucky Derby at Churchill, mile 1/4 on the slop, he finished 3rd by 2.5 lengths. He was on the rail most of the race, just couldn't get that final, turn of foot, but I still thought he ran decently. And then he ran the Florida Derby where he was, he faltered because there was a very slow pace in front of him, and he just got 3rd. And then before then, the Final Youth, where you saw a very quick pace, he won by 3/4 length and just going away with it. He's facing oldest for the first time, shouldn't be a problem. He should like the trip. 8-5, everything points to him. The old man of the race was the number 4 horse Preservationist, Jimmy Jerkins, trains a 6-year-old horse by Arch. Junior Alvarado picks the mount up. He's the old man, but he's making only his 11th start today, but his most recent form has been very good. He won the Woodward a few weeks ago very nicely, finished 4th in the Whitney at probably the trip he didn't want, and then he won the Suburban at the course and distance here. He's a horse. So far this season, he has 3 triple-digit buyers. He's been training well. He's a horse you definitely want to use on your tickets. 9 to 5, he can win this. So to recap my selection for the 10th from Belmont, it's the Grade 1, 750,000 Jockey Cup Gold Cup. Gonna go with the 2-horse Code of Honor. We'll also use the 4-horse Preservationist. We'll go 2, 4, 3, 1 in the superfecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck.